You think you know the difference? Hey, really, what's the difference? You say you know the difference and not differences, but tell me, are we really truly different?
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to week 4 or something of Comfortably Uncomfortable. As always, we got Brandon. Today we got a very special guest on here, arguably one of the hardest working musicians in the state. Also shows more love than any other artist I really have seen so far. C Critt Veda is with us today. We're just gonna do the same thing we always do and just have conversation and see where it leads and everything like that. We always appreciate you guys tuning in and watching us. Thanks for bearing with us. We know Brandon's extremely weird and doesn't look great on camera, but we're getting there. No, I'm sorry.
I can't help it. I didn't get the build sheet, man. I got to use what I was born with.
All right, so Cree, I'm not sure if you've checked out our podcast or anything like that. Kind of like what we kind of like to do is we kind of like to talk about where you came from, and then we kind of like to talk about where you're going. Where you came from isn't nowhere near as important as where you're going, but it does. A lot of this podcast, we like to kind of break the stigma of mental health battles and a lot about drug addiction. We all have our own journeys with addiction and everything like that. So why don't you kind of just give us a little bit of rundown on kind of your history and all that.
Well, if your podcast is about mental health and drug addiction, you got the right guy.
I mean,
Why do you think we're here, bro?
No, but I'm going to start off by thanking you guys for having me here. This is awesome. I'm glad you started this. Rapid City needs more of these forums and platforms where we could get together and just bullshit about, stuff.
Couldn't agree more, man.
So that's
How this
awesome.
started.
Yeah, it's awesome you guys are doing this, and appreciate you having me. And so, honestly, my story, like I started doing drugs and shit really young. I grew up in California. My parents divorced when I was like, well, so till I was like 8 years old, I had like a perfect life or like perfect childhood.
Yeah.
My dad was like our baseball coach. My mom was really into sports, good at school and all that shit. And then they all of a sudden had a falling out when I was like 9 and divorced. And at 9 years old is pretty much when shit just all that's pretty much what happened. It was a broken home somehow. I don't know. I guess I can't say that I was on a good path before that. I was already smoking cigarettes and like, you know, doing knucklehead shit at that age. But at 9 years old, after my parents got divorced, I tried meth. I tried LSD, and I was in the fourth grade, frying on acid and shit.
Damn.
that's wild.
That's
I thought I had a bad childhood. Like I remember one time I was in like 6th grade. I went to school on ecstasy because I was rolling the whole night before, fucked around, popped another one right before I got on the school bus. Fucking made it to like 6th period. Bell was about to ring. The teacher came up, was like, "What are you chewing on?" And I'm like, "Oh fuck, my tongue." She went to go call the school resource officer. I took the fuck off. So that's kind of wild work. So I guess kind of like what was, if we skip forward a little bit, we don't have to skip forward on that. Obviously, kind of along with the drug addiction, probably came a bunch of mental health issues, as everyone knows. So why don't you give us a little bit of a rundown on, because I know. So what about happened that changed your life? Like I know I've been kind of following your story. Not super closely at first, but obviously we have a lot of people that are in common, and the music kind of brought us together. So I have had no choice but to kind of follow your story and fucking jump on the bandwagon. I do want to say something that y'all might not know. Every show that Crit does, oh shit, I felt like I almost fell out of the chair. I might not have, but I felt like
Wonders why.
every show that Crit does, he does something amazing for the community, mainly the addicted community. And that is he takes Narcan kits and test kits to give out and to do that. And I think that's fucking amazing, honestly.
Absolutely amazing. I've never heard of anybody else doing that.
Yeah.
So I think I kind of just want to know, like, man, what was the turning point in your addiction? Like, what made you, what flipped the switch for you?
I I don't know, honestly, like for 20 years I was like on outlaw shit and okay with it. I knew I was going to prison. And that was just part of what I was doing, and I accepted that. But I wasn't. I guess once I had kids, I had my daughter in 2013, and at that point is really when I wanted to change. But I've been on that path for so long that it was really hard to stop it.
Oh, dude, change is fucking hard.
So it took me another 10 years really to pump the brakes and come to a complete stop. But even then, it was in and out of prison, in and out of prison. And every time I go, I would be telling myself, and just like everybody else does in prison, there's people in there that are still getting high while they're in prison, and while walking around talking about how they changed their life and when they get out, how much better it's gonna be and shit. But if you can't change your life in prison, you definitely ain't doing it on the streets, dog.
No, that's 100%. And I think, see me for me, I think a lot of people, especially ones that haven't been involved in that life or like been like actually experienced those experiences, like prison, going to jail for any real amount of time. Like I think people actually like a lot of people think that prison helps people. Um,
Yeah,
and in reality, it like what the people say that it's like con college and shit like that. That's actually real. Like, bro, everything that happens in prison can happen on the streets. Like, or everything that happens on the streets can happen in prison. Um, so I think that I don't know. There's so many problems with the justice system that we have.
I would say that
No shit.
prison did save my life, honestly, because at all the times that I got violated for parole and I didn't want to go back to prison, I needed to. I needed something. I needed to sober up. And there was plenty of times when if I didn't go to prison, I was going to catch a bigger charge or basically all that darkness. I found ways to find light in it. And
And I think that that's a lot of people like. I also think it comes down to a lot of a mindset. Like, bro, you can go to prison and keep continuing on the same fucking path that you were on and get back out doing the same shit, or like you change your mindset.
yeah, it's easy to think that you change your mindset too while you're in prison because lots of times that shit's not always in your face and it's easier to say no in there, but and then when you get out it gets harder and harder.
Well, yeah,
But honestly, like, you know, every time I got out, I thought I was gonna do great. I thought I was gonna do this and that, and then would tell myself as soon as I was doing good that I was doing good enough to try to change a rule on getting high and then get high. And then I would end up right back in prison. So when I got out this last time, I ended up getting high, like, and I didn't think that it was gonna happen. You know what I mean? I just did 2 more years, and I was like, there ain't no fucking way I'm ever doing that shit again. And then within 2 weeks of it being in my face daily, I ended up saying yes finally. And like I don't know, a month or two into a full fledged relapse, one morning I just woke up and was like, I'm not fucking going back to prison, not doing this shit. So I called somebody and I was just like, I need help. I gotta get like a hotel or something. I gotta sweat this shit out. So I went and did that and I never went back.
so I mean, I definitely this is for my personal information. And I will tell you. So one, I wasn't aware of your story like that. I thought it was you went to prison and got clean. And I might not have given you the credit that you deserve on that aspect. But and I mean, I guess I apologize for that. If that was
Yeah,
something
no,
that you
it's
didn't
all
know.
good, bro.
Like I apologize for you for that, not knowing your story and kind of putting my own spin on what I thought your story might be.
Yeah.
Um, so one, going through what you're going through, I'm gonna say. I mean, how long have you been clean?
I think like 17 months now. Or no, it's been longer than that. It's been over 2 years. Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
well,
Congratulations on that,
Yeah.
by the
I
way.
definitely want to say that. But then I kind of want to because you said that you reached out to somebody for help throughout your addiction, or in like throughout your recovery on this. I won't like. What do you think has been the most vital? Like, I guess your support system. Like, what have you used to stay sober? Like, what has your support system been? Because I know what mine has been, and like reaching out to the people that are close to me and like kind of leaning on those people. I tried some groups and all that, the NA meetings and stuff like that. And I went to the very first one I went to is where I discovered it's not. the meeting, it's the people. And that's kind of when I developed a honesty thing with the people around me, and I use them as my group pretty much. So what I guess what helps you stay on the straight and narrow? What really got you?
Honestly, my kids, I always wanted to clean up for them and be a good dad. So that's a huge part of it. But and then the person that I called and asked for help, I wouldn't want to let them down either. And all of those people are in my daily life every day, So that's a huge part of it. And then
I mean,
also another huge part of it is that, like, you know, my dad passed away and me and my mom got super close after that. And that was just like recently. So, uh, since then, I definitely don't want to let her down either.
yeah,
lot of that's there, but uh, for a support group, what I'm building like out of the music scene and shit has been a huge part of it too. Because being out on my platform, it's just I'll stand on everything that I'm saying and doing, and that's what I'm saying and doing. So I'll stand on that shit.
yeah, and so I kind of have this little bit of like I wouldn't. So with the music, obviously, I make music. Pretty much the followers know. If you don't yet, Awkward. Not gonna take away from C Critt. He's definitely better than I am. Making more motion and shit. We give credit where it's due, man. But so I want like, how do you deal with, because with what we do, making music and everything like that, we obviously find ourselves back in these positions. Like, bro, we perform in clubs where obviously things are there.
Right.
And then people come that participate in things, and we obviously can't stop that. Um, Bars and shit, obviously people be snorting coke in the bathroom and doing other shit like that. So how did you deal with that situation? For me, I kind of like was like, oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna do shows for a while,
Yeah.
just to like kind of like avoid that until I was for sure that I could do that. So it's like, what is your opinion on being an artist and having to deal with that?
Well, I mean, I'm honestly like I drink and I smoke pot, so that's been that's plenty enough for me to take my edge off. And when I'm at like a show or something like that, a couple of drinks, I usually don't drink until like about a half hour before I jump on stage or something like that, and I'll just have like a double shot of something. And then after my set, I'll have a couple of beers, but honestly, not trying to be clean and sober and make that my whole ass thing because I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could do it mentally.
Well,
The pot, smoking pot totally stables me out. But when it comes to like hard drugs, thinking about doing like any kind of hard drugs or something like that, I couldn't imagine the setback that it would be for me. Like, it wouldn't get me
like the alarm
higher.
just goes off and shit.
It wouldn't get me any higher than I am just off of my life right now. And because I've been high off of all those drugs 1,000 times, and I already know they don't get me higher than I am right now. So that's a huge part of it. I'd love my
I've
life.
actually found myself. So obviously, I think, dude, I don't think I'm like about to push 60 days or something like that. I think I'm at like 55 days or something like
Hell
that.
yeah, bro.
Going strong. I don't. So like when I talk about addiction and sobriety and stuff like that, one, I'm never really gonna label weed in there unless like you just like bro, you can smoke weed. It's fucking legal now.
Right.
All kind of shit like that. I don't think nobody gives a fuck about weed. And for me, I'm like, I know I went out last week and I had a couple drinks, but I've never like drinking's never been my problem. Like I woke up the next day and was like, I'm not fucking doing that for another year.
Right.
Like I'm not doing that.
Right.
But so when I really like kind of focus on the addiction and the sobriety part of it, I'm like, I know I can't be at the bar and go in the bathroom and snort a line and think that that's okay. But so it's more like about what your demon was. Like when I say that, like
Right.
what if you do it, you're gonna go back down that motherfucking road again. Um,
Absolutely. Yeah.
so just to be clear on that, I don't like fucking, I don't sit here and try to like push the whole like, oh, you smoke weed, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Right.
I'd never push that.
See,
I have a medical card. Like what the fuck?
I worry about that sometimes people thinking that like my events or shows are like clean and sober shows. They're not. I mean, we just don't. We're more into like life recovery, whatever that is. If
And
you're
that
getting over some mental health, or you're getting over a heroin addiction, or you're getting over a meth addiction, or whatever the hell it is, I'm supportive in that aspect, and I don't care how you're doing it. If you smoke pot, whatever. But I know at NA they frown on that shit, and so that was like a huge setback for me to go to those types of meetings. And I don't think that like so when I had to go to those types of meetings, I would always go to AA because they were just focused on alcohol and addiction to just addiction, not a specific drug,
and I
really.
think I kind of agree with that. I think that like I think that one, I think that like a lot of treatment centers and meetings and stuff like that have kind of went away from what they actually should be. And then you get like some people who run them that might have like a more power trip than they really need. But I definitely think that like so I mean as we all kind of know, I think that most addiction spawns from some sort of trying to fill a void. Like
Or trauma, past, or
most people that
anything.
are addicted to something, it's
They're
trying
filling a
to
void.
yeah, it's not like most people. It's not like most. You don't really normally see like people who had perfect, beautiful fucking lives out here fucking snorting coke in the back of the Circle
No,
K.
they're
Um,
they're snorting Zoloft
like,
in their fucking Suburban,
like you know
bro.
what I'm saying? So I think that like what I kind of lost my train of thought there. It happens sometimes. Um, I think that part of this whole thing right here is kind of breaking the stigma on what recovering and recovery should be. Like,
Yeah, it's not over like
Yeah.
that. You just don't wake up and be like, you know what, fuck it all, and then you're just smooth sailing from then on. You're gonna have setbacks. You're gonna have stumbles. You're gonna struggle. You're gonna have down days.
so
Like I said, I had my first kid in 2013, and that's when I wanted to change. That was the first time I felt like I don't want to do this shit no more.
oh,
But
the want fucking happens way before the actual happen.
yeah,
Yeah.
it took
Like
a
bro,
long.
I remember fucking like wanting to not get high all the way until I was high for a week. Like low key that shit like anybody who's actually been addicted to some shit and been honest with themselves and anything really like understands like bro, you find yourself wanting to change a lot sooner than you do. And unfortunately, for some of us that aren't here anymore, that want doesn't ever come to fruition. Um, so I mean, rest in peace to the ones that we've lost. I guess I don't want to beat the addiction thing into the ground too much and kind of like have everybody feeling some type of way. We like to move and go to like a different little segment and talk about some different shit, do some shit, different shit like that.
For
But
sure.
before we do, I'm gonna do the same thing I do in every podcast that we have. If you're out there and need help, find my social media. Feel free to reach out. You can hit me up. I'll help you in any way I can as long as you're trying to help yourself. Don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. Um, I want to ask you to what do you as far as if you had a message to anyone trying to get clean or something like that, what would you tell people?
I would say don't wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. It's always gonna be today, even when the sun comes back up, and it's gonna be today again. You'll be saying tomorrow. Don't say tomorrow. Do the shit today. That's what changed. The minute I did that shit, it changed my life, and I had to do it
Every
today.
podcast, there's no perfect time to start.
That's
You
Yeah,
just
yeah.
start.
Um
that's what you
You're
gotta
never
do.
ready. You just got to do it, and that's the hardest part, man. That mental
yeah,
fuck
so
is that
then
rough?
I mean with the music, man, since we have a musician like you here, we always like to kind of do I kind of like to do because I like to know, man, I like to know people's story. We already got kind of that from you. But I also like to know what you think the next chapters hold for you. So I always like to do a little segment where we go short-term goals, long-term goals. What do you
Well, I'm getting more into like the promotion side of events and stuff like that. Just kind of becoming an event promoter,
yeah,
and also just like started the dynamic duo of Truly Veda with me and Jordan Truly.
shout out Jay.
Yeah,
Shout out
yeah.
Jordan.
What's up, brother? Yeah. So with those two moves, I got some big ideas coming in 2026. Like, probably gonna do a big food drive festival and a couple other things. But basically that's going to be the level up is me and Jordan locking in our performance, our music, tightening everything up, and just becoming the headliner act that we know we are. You know.
Oh yeah.
So
So,
just to clarify, you want to bring yourself success and give back to the community.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I love that.
always, and
Love that.
that's why we keep our naloxone kits on the table and stuff like that. I mean, it's always about the community, but the events we've already done, are some food drives and some fentanyl awareness events and stuff like that. But I want to scale that up now that I've practiced and I've learned a lot about promoting and bringing crowds together and big events and stuff like that. And you know, we're building a nice community. So, like you seen at the Rich show the other
Yeah.
night, we got a good crowd, and I like our scene here in the Black Hills. The same night as that Rich show, where we were close to 200 at our show. I think heads. There was definitely 200 heads over at AB's at a metal show.
Yeah.
And then there was some thing going on down at downtown or whatever. I can't remember what it was, but
Not 445 or something.
I don't know.
no, at the arena.
Oh,
Oh
And,
yeah.
I mean that's
Yep.
more for like people's grandmas and shit, but they take their grandkids too.
Um, I I'm having a little bit of trouble finding like a branch out into a different conversation.
this is a your guys' world's a little different than mine, though. I'm not really in the music scene as much, so I don't know
Yeah.
where to go on.
So when it comes to like the whole music thing, my my whole thing is my platform. Like I've always wanted to be a drug counselor, and my old lady too. She wants to be a drug counselor too. It just doesn't pay. There's no money in it. It's like I don't know, some $30,000 a year or some bullshit that nobody could live on really. So
Yeah, no.
Not this day and
it's
age.
sad that the there's that big of a problem in the streets, and that's the biggest solution we have. So
See, okay, all right.
so I started to build. So I started to
I
build
see
my.
it. Here comes a tangent.
I started to build my platform to be able to kind of like on a jelly roll type mission
Yeah,
where
I mean,
he's uses his money and his platform to like help the streets and help
Use
where he
it for
came from.
good and
and
stuff.
I mean, I
So
definitely,
that's fun.
I think it might kind of be something that comes along with like addicts that get into recovery, especially ones with platform, because I know I feel the same way. Like I want to, like obviously this podcast has become a very essential part of what I want to do. Like this is a has to happen. Just from the people that have reached out already saying they appreciate what we're doing and we're helping them and stuff like that. But I also kind of want to, me and my one friend Dan, have kind of talked about later on down the road when I actually have like more sober time and everything. Um, so kind of like the drug counselor, but I also kind of want to do like a different style of meetings, like not so much that's like based on like
The traditional style
Yeah,
that
like-
everybody's been
Right.
using for 50 plus years.
yeah, like it just like dude, there has to be like because I know like I said I never really felt like the way that those are set up and like kind of maybe even the places that they're held at already kind of gives you a bad not maybe a bad vibe but
weird vibe.
uncomfortable when you
Yeah.
go in.
It feels real court ordered for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Like so I just like I want like a create like a safe space for people to come and like talk about recovery and do and like really help with their journey and like offer help wherever we can. I definitely think that might just be something that comes along with being an addict. Um, but I definitely agree that we need to use our platforms for like positivity and like positivity and helping the community and stuff like that more than the negative side of things because in the industry that we are in, it like man, the music industry is an ugly industry.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's an ugly industry.
Yeah.
Well, the internet, since the internet, it's really opened it up for like independent music industry, like a complete underground, to where we're not having to deal with so much of that ugliness anymore. You can kind of do your own thing once you build your own platform in your own community, as long as you don't sell your soul to some like record label or. But
Yeah.
why did you start making music?
Man, oh, we're doing this.
And
I'm
we
supposed
got
to be
a
the host
fluster.
here, guys.
Honestly, because your music's sick, bro, and like the reason I ask is because I'm a huge like most of my shit's poetry to me, bro, and like it seems like you write poetry, dog.
All right, so we actually kind of just had this conversation. For me, I've like since man, music has always been like my escape. Like even before I started making music, like since I was a child, bro, like I used to I actually say it in one of my songs at the end, I say that growing up, like I was the most popular loser. The most popular misfit. The leader of the misfits, if you will say. Well, there's never been a time that I can remember all the way from like when I was fucking just in diapers and shit, being in the bathtub, jamming the fuck out to Michael Jackson, bro. Like top of the lungs singing, cause tape decks, yeah, we're that old. Fuck y'all. Like, like I'm talking when MTV still played music videos first thing in the morning,
Oh,
using like one of those little handheld recorders to record a song so I could
Oh,
listen to it later. Music has always been I can bro, whether I'm happy or sad or anything like that, I almost get lost into the music. Like I'm the kind of person that will play when I find a song that I like, I'll play it until I don't like it anymore. But then so back in the day when dubstep became a thing, I we had a bunch of DJ friends, me and Jordan and my other homie Marcus. Well, they got us to kind of start making like writing rap over fucking dubstep, and we perform once a week at Bud Uglies. Um, but then what really pushed it is like Jordan, honestly. Like Jordan started making music long before I did, and just all the fucking sitting there being like, "Bro, you should rap, you should rap, you should rap." And I was like, "Y'all are fucking whack, dog. I'm not rapping. This is crazy. This is wild. What the fuck? We're not rappers." Um, turns out we're rappers.
yeah,
Turns out we're rappers. But for me, my music, I'm not so much sure that it's poetry as it's my journal entries. Like some people have a diary, I have songs.
yeah.
Um,
All right.
that,
Oh,
that
yeah.
that really is what it comes down to. Like every song that I've ever made, really, I can like it's a core memory for me almost. Like I can tell you how I was feeling at that point in time that I made that song. I could tell you even if it was like one of my club songs that just like really means nothing. I know that y'all love them and shit like that. I appreciate that, but there's a difference. I personally feel that there's a difference between a song and a record. I think Post Malone said it where he's like, anyone can make a song. Only certain people can make something that people cry to.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
we all have that song. Like you play it in the club, you're having a good ass time. But then we have when you're feeling down, your go-to song that like touches your soul.
Yeah.
You know, like the one that you're sad and you fucking go into the car and listen to, and you might cry in the driveway before you walk in.
Yeah.
Um, like
shit every day.
that's that's like I genuinely feel like if music wasn't a part of my life, I wouldn't be here. Like if music wasn't like if music just disappeared tomorrow, I'm probably going with it.
Yeah.
Which is like why it's a good thing that I make music because I don't have to worry about music being gone. We can just make it. I do know that there's been times in my life where I've let life just kind of get to me and make me feel like I want to put the music down. But it's almost like one of those things that every single day when I wake up, it's in the back of my mind like I want to make music.
It's become an addiction for me too. I'll wake up 2 hours before I need to every morning so I can write and practice because I don't have any time throughout the day or evening because work 50 hours a week, 50 plus hours a week. Plus I got, a bunch of kids and shit that I take care of. So,
I can relate to all that.
yeah.
Like I'd be up no later than like
Yeah.
6:30, fucking
I,
headphones on, or like playing music on the phone if I didn't charge my headphones the night before, which I'm so guilty of.
I wake up before the sunrise every day. I practice, I write, and then I go to work. But and then but I'm mainly more addicted to performing the shit. I love stepping on stages and torching them. It's honestly so like, and it's just like anything that you like doing or get addicted to or whatever. You want to say yes all the time, and that becomes like expensive and shit like that when you're hitting every stage possible all over the United States. You know what I mean?
Pretty much, yeah. No, it
The
does.
whole ass thing, but no.
Um,
So I'm really gonna focus in 2026 and just do some big things instead of like 50 small things.
Yeah, you mentioned both of you guys. I do the same thing. You get up early. I don't think that people realize the amount of sacrifice you have to make and what you have to do to achieve a goal in your life. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of discipline. For me, I
Nobody
get
ever
up at
sees-
5 and go work out in the morning. That's my addiction
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Everybody
Every
always only
day.
sees the
That's
results.
nice. I want to
Like,
do that.
people only see the results. They don't
Yep.
see what it actually takes to become, like successful in your own right. Like,
Yeah, no matter what successful is to you,
yeah,
you,
like
you have to
that's
put in the
also
work.
that's something a little bit different
And
for
not
everybody
8 to
also.
5 either. It's
Um,
way more involved than
Yeah,
that
it's
in any aspect.
absolutely an everyday grind.
Yeah,
don't-
there is no
can't really-
weekends. There's no days off. Like, if you want to get somewhere, you look at anybody that's a millionaire, billionaire, they don't fuck around, man.
Yeah,
No.
they don't.
No,
They're busy.
I don't want to be that serious. You know, it's
Right.
all work all the time. You know, they don't ever have any fun. Like,
Even when they're golfing,
still
they're
wanna
working.
find out what the old
but
ladies
most of the
all about
time,
from
golfing
time to time.
is working. It's like, all right, well,
Yeah,
I'm
they're
gonna
still
take this
doing
client-
business meetings while
Yeah,
they're
I'm gonna
golfing.
take this client golfing.
Yeah, time is money in their eyes, you know. But I mean, that's just what it is. Nobody ever sees the late nights, the early mornings.
And I think that's where it really
It-
becomes like to not run yourself into the ground, as far as it becomes the classic saying of, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And I think as far as the music and the podcast, and I know Critt with his music, I'm sure at some point in time we would love to not have to actually punch that clock at that 9 to 5. I mean, for me, my 9 to 5 is a tattoo shop, which I'm doing myself and all that. So it's like, I actually love body piercing in the tattoo world also. So it kind of, bro, I don't fucking come to work, bro. Like, I be here all the time, but I'm not at work. It's just like everybody actually gets mad because all we do is fuck off. Like all we do is fuck off, and then we work sometimes.
Hey, you're creating
I
a
wish-
good culture at your business, man. That's how you keep employees around. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing it right.
I wish I was good at something like this, like some kind of art or like tattooing or
Same,
something.
dude.
But I gotta dig holes every day.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
No.
I mean,
love
but
my
I
job.
definitely see, if you like, I personally see, if you, I actually keep telling Jordan this. We keep having these conversations because he's struggling a little bit mentally. He's struggling a little bit mentally. It is what it is. I'll have him on here and we'll kind of talk about that. But I keep trying to tell him, I'm like, man, have faith in the vision, because I firmly believe if you keep on the path that you're going and he stays on the path that he's on, I think that there will be a day when you guys don't have to punch a clock anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I see you out here, man, grinding. Like, honestly, I'd be lying if I said that you're not kind of an inspiration. Like, okay, so comfortably uncomfortable. Honestly, you not about to keep sitting out here shitting on me. Feel how you fucking want. I feel how you fucking want, Critt. You not about to keep sitting out here shitting on me, dog. From an artist standpoint, that's kind of like from where I was, and where you and Jordan are at now. It's kind of like where me and Day were at. Going over there, doing a bunch of shows and shit like that. From me and Day, just kind of like stopping what we was doing, and then seeing you and Jordan kind of like picking up, and like you guys have made it to that point to where me and Day kind of just gave up and didn't really know where to take the next step. You have definitely inspired me to be like, all right, bro, y'all not about to leave me. Y'all not about to leave me off the goddamn bus. So I had to kind of pull my head out of my ass. That's just like low key. That's
Hell yeah. That's
like,
good though, bro. That's good.
Charge forward, man. Put all the chips on you for once. You know, a lot of people don't do that. They'll take gambles and risks on stupid shit, but never on themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess, I mean, I'm appreciative of the opportunities that you have given me as far as the music goes. And I know that a while back I wasn't really in my right mental state and dealing with addiction and shit like that. But I'm definitely appreciative of the opportunities you're still giving us.
Oh yeah.
And I hope that, I mean, I hate to say it, I hope that Akwrd is at least co-headlining a lot of those shows that you and Jordan truly are doing. And I also just want to let you know that I'm in the position now to where I'm like, y'all better come correct every single fucking show, because if not, that's going to be real hard to determine who the headliner was. And as artists, man, that's how we're supposed to feel. Like, I have respect for you and everything like that, but I feel like wholeheartedly it's supposed to, like, it's not a competition,
No,
but
bro.
you're supposed to make me want to feel like that. You're also supposed to feel like that.
Friendly
Yeah.
competition. You push each other to be better.
I love it. I love it when everybody has their best set, bro. It just like those are the best shows, and
I gotta touch on something though. You tried to help you out a while back when you're all fucked up, and
Yeah.
you fucked that up. No offense, but
Yeah,
let's
pretty
be
much.
real.
Pretty
Let's
much.
give it up to him for being real and not giving up on you. You know how easy it would have been to turn it back and tell you to pound sand and not even give you another lick. You know what I mean?
I mean,
But he
low-key,
probably
I was
respected knew what you were going through, and he saw something in you that made him not give up. You know?
I still sit here sometimes and I'm like, I don't know why you fuck with me. I just assume it's Jordan. But then again, he don't fuck with me sometimes. So
Honestly, I did my first show with you, dog.
so I think I do like, I mean, if it is one of those situations where it's like you see some shit and you just haven't given up, I appreciate that. And I mean, fuck, man, on some real vulnerable type shit. Thank you.
Yeah, bro. No,
Like,
I definitely, when it comes to drugs and shit, I don't judge nobody or nothing like that because like I said, I was in and out my whole life, and I never forget where I came from
and I think
or the
that
people that are still there. So I mean, that's like a huge part of it.
like I know in my addiction, I let a lot of people down. I let my family down. I let other artists down. I let my fans down, really, by not releasing music and just like not giving my best performance every single time, not giving them what they came for. I know that I've let some promoters down. I let my friends down. But I think more importantly than anything, everybody should know that I let myself down.
Yeah, that's number one.
That's number one.
Like
Brother.
it definitely, like, bro, coming from being on top of the world in the music where I was to basically watching everybody pass, like having to sit and watch everybody pass me by. Unfortunately, knowing that I'm better than 99% of the artists out here, whether it be from the numbers that are going, from my performance when I'm actually doing what I'm supposed to do, to just how I can actually touch the fans. Like, I don't really have an explanation for it. I've always kind of felt like I've never felt like I was a good artist, like ever. There's not really a single fucking song that I put out that I'm like, that's good. Like I don't like my music. Like unless I'm practicing or something like that, I don't listen to my music. Um, because I don't think that I'm good. But that's where I had to kind of start. Like, it's probably a self-worth thing. But then it
100%.
also a lot comes like I started like listening to more of my fans, what they had to say about it and shit like that, and the messages that come through about my music helping people, kind of does that. But it's I don't know, man.
I would say my first album that I released is, it's not like great. It's mediocre as fuck, but my words, my lyrics on it aren't mediocre. I was just not good at delivery or good at studio shit because I had never done it. So,
Dude, and that's
It's a-
another good point to bring up. If you want to do something, fucking do it. It's gonna suck.
Bro, I
You're
don't
not
think
gonna
a lot-
like it, but you got to keep putting in the work, and it'll. Get
I think a
better.
lot of people have a weird misconception about how hard it is to stand in front of a microphone and record some shit.
or in
or
front
how
of a
fun it
camera
is to be in
that
front of a
depicts-
goddamn video camera, bro.
Like, so I've had people come on stage that'd be like, oh, this shit's all easy as fuck, and come up here and freeze up as a fucking hype man, and all you really got to do is jump around and be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, all you got to do is fucking make it seem like you crunk. And people are like, I don't know what to do with my hands. And fold the fuck up. And then, bro, low key, something that's harder than any of it for me, it's not really anymore, is the actually in the studio in
Yeah.
front of the microphone. I don't know why. Like when I first started recording and everything, bro, that fucking mic comes on and you got the engineer standing there telling you it's time to go. It'd be a real fucking spaghetti on the sweater moment.
Yeah.
Like it'd be fucking. And then, so performing, I don't know how you feel about this. You probably like. I can practice my songs as much as possible, bro. 5 minutes before I go on stage, I have no fucking idea what the first line to my first song that I'm going to perform is. It seems like it goes right out the fucking window every single time, sober, not sober, or not. And then I'll just, like, once I get up there and I hit it, then it's like, okay, everything goes. And you just, like, it just comes back to you. But I think I said this on another podcast. If any of y'all think you can do this shit fucking better, first of all, we have the stew. You can come fucking record a song. Let's get it. Let's see what it. Second, if you think you can get up on a stage and perform better, my man Critt right here loves giving out opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what you're talking about. It's not as easy as everybody fucking thinks it is. It really takes, bro. It takes some heart to get up on that motherfucking stage. And then honestly, I know I've done shows where I fucking have bombed. Like I've done shows where I fucking have bombed, forgot some words. Most of the time, the crowd doesn't notice.
Yeah.
They don't even notice. As long as you fucking pretend like you still going, they don't even notice.
Yeah. You can recover from it.
But it's the being able to recover that's hard.
Yeah.
Like
Being able to recover and entertain, so the crowd
yeah, it
doesn't
takes
know
heart.
That's a
Yeah.
whole nother skill. Is
It
keeping
takes
the
heart,
crowd
so-
going, not just performing, you know.
Yeah, there has been times when I've forgot my lyrics a couple of times, but I mean I practice a lot, so it doesn't happen a lot. But it when it does happen, it's usually on songs that we just wrote and gonna perform for the first
And
time
then I
or
think,
something.
so like another thing I think that people like, so even like to some, like, bro, even though we're technically kind of like local artists or like, I guess like mid-national artists, like we're not fucking global. We're not like anything like that. We're not these giant superstars, but a lot of times, bro, the fans look at us like we are. Um, and I think that, like, I don't think a lot of people really, I think some people definitely lose sight that we're humans. And bro, like, I know, I've done show when we were on tour with Odd Squad Family. Day's uncle fucking died. Like, he got the call that his uncle fucking died 5 minutes before we fucking were supposed to go on stage. I think a lot of people forget that, like, bro, we have stuff going on in our lives too, and they like to hold us almost to like a higher standard.
Yeah,
Like, it's not like we don't, like, bro, all the same shit y'all are going through, we're going through it too. Um, we,
Everybody's human.
it's
yeah, it's a whole ass thing. I mean, I'm pretty personable with most of my fans, so because when I at my shows, I'm just like out there with them and stuff like that. But
and
I
that's something.
it's true though. I mean, we do get looked at a higher standard. When I see that's same with like posting shit on internet and stuff. Like if a artist posts some shit about political beliefs or religious beliefs or something like that, that shit could go bad for
I
them.
firmly believe.
It
So
could go
I
Man,
100%.
no
Me and
politics.
me and me and Jordan truly had the conversation the other day. I firmly believe that as an artist, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't
Like
do
that could
it.
fucking end your. It can literally end your career.
Yeah.
Our opinions on stuff like that, kid, like y'all don't want to hear us fucking talk about that, and it definitely can change people's opinions on us.
So I would say that my opinion politically and religiously doesn't isn't louder than the message in my music. It's way more important for all those people that need to hear the message in the music. Way more important than they need to hear what my stupid ass political belief is. That's how I feel about it. Because
And
there's
like
important
honestly, like,
shit in the
see,
music.
I learned a long time ago, bro. There's a couple of things you don't talk about in bars: politics and religion.
Yeah.
Because for some reason,
It's the easiest way to get people fired up.
yeah,
over
man. Like for
nothing,
some
man.
reason, like if people can't, like, bro. You can sit here and tell me whatever you want politically. I wouldn't because we're musicians. And people might feel some type of way, and we'll hear about it tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but next Thursday,
Yeah.
because this is gonna release next Wednesday.
Yeah.
But
Be getting
like
canceled.
people get so fired up, and like people get so fired up, and it's not one of those things where like a lot of people can have a conversation and like agree to disagree. Like
Yeah.
fucking Donald Trump has ended fucking friendships that I know, like personal people that I know of have had other friends who voted for Donald Trump. Not me, I can't vote. Um, so it wasn't me. But
Yeah,
like,
politics are extreme as fuck.
like, and when it was like, it's so crazy because it's really like, damn, y'all really like would stop being friends with somebody because they voted for somebody who in reality doesn't control anything anyway.
Yeah.
Nobody can respect anybody else's opinion anymore or
And it's
feelings.
just like,
because they're different than yours doesn't mean that they're wrong.
I'm
They're
like,
just
I don't
fucking
eat
different,
liver.
man.
I don't eat liver. That doesn't mean we're not going to talk if you tell me you do. Like, if you come in here eating a liver sandwich, I'm not going to be like, fuck you, Critt. Don't ever talk to me again.
God,
Wait,
yeah,
I don't.
you
I
were
don't
home
even
for
like
this
people
shit.
that eat liver though. So.
Okay, well, that went sideways. No.
Dude, I gotta know, why did liver come up all of a sudden? Dude? That's like the wildest shit ever in a while. Like since my grandma died.
Oh my god, it's the worst combination.
Yeah.
I remember as a fucking child.
Yeah, that's that.
It was as a,
old
like,
kid
dude,
grandma meal right there.
that's how fucking old we are. That's how fucking old we are, bro. I came up eating liver and onions, not
Yeah.
willingly. They fucking make me. What?
It's
It was
crazy.
like,
Old people had the same food we had. Like you had steaks. Why you eating fucking?
Well, they didn't
tongue?
waste. They didn't waste nothing back then.
I don't know, man.
That's
Maybe it's like a
fair,
poor person's food or some
I
shit. Like,
guess.
I don't. Maybe it is.
No, I just don't think old timers, like past the boomers, they didn't waste a goddamn thing.
Like, that
Have you
shit-
ever heard of head cheese? Like all the shit. No?
That shit's enough to.
Caviar. Rich people eat caviar, and that shit's disgusting.
Okay, so hey, bro. Once I
Oh, I like caviar.
Yeah. When in doubt, pinky out, motherfucker. When I get
Ain't no goddamn.
when I get some money again, bitch, we eating caviar, whether I like it or not. I'm definitely gonna.
I'll watch you eat it.
If somebody spends some money on it, I better be smoking a cigar and I'll eat that shit.
I'm saying, bro. No, okay, so
Suffer through a cigar and some caviar at the same time.
this is just my personal opinion, but so every time I see like those old guys walking around with like the unlit cigar, just giant as fuck in their mouth, just walking around with it.
Classic.
But I'm convinced that they love dick in their mouth.
Really?
Damn.
I love cigars, bro.
Like what you? Oh,
Have you ever?
you just walk.
I take it you're not a cigar guy.
No, I am. I'm just not gonna walk around with an unlit cigar hanging out my mouth.
Well, what cigars are you getting, man? They taste amazing. That's why they do that.
No, they don't. No cigars
I
taste
thought they
fucking.
chew on it a little bit,
Yeah.
to, like gum it up and
Yeah.
stuff for the flavor. Yeah,
Well,
I
what
can't
kind of
roast it.
cigars are you smoking?
I can't-
Swisher Sweets.
it's really gross when somebody
That's
does it with a
offensive.
cigarette. You know they're tweaking for sure.
It's what?
Offensive, he
They're
says.
chewing on a cigarette butt.
Yeah, I mean, obviously. I just had to throw it out there. It's gonna get left in because we leave everything in. We don't cut shit. If y'all feel some type of way, reach out. We can talk about it. Like, comment, and share all that shit. You know, boost the views. No press is bad press. Yeah, I don't know. What else should we talk about? What do we got?
Got any upcoming events or anything you want to talk about?
Oh yeah,
Is that a
yeah,
thing
yeah,
we can do
yeah.
or No.
December 20th at AB's, we got a Night Shield and Friends. It's a free show.
Oh yeah, I think so isn't like a comedy show too?
Yeah, there's some comics and just some locals, and we did it last year and it was really badass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You go support your local small businesses and your local people, man.
yeah, it's a free show. So December 20th at AB's. I know
Right.
it's right before Christmas, so but
Damn,
yeah,
moving
I mean,
fast.
definitely pull up. And then after that, I mean, I haven't really announced anything yet for 2026, but we got some shit cracking. So
Hell yeah.
stay tuned.
Hell yeah. I mean, he just hasn't really mentioned much. I think Akwrd's gonna be part of some shit. We'll obviously keep y'all posted as far as that goes. I like to help promote the music and do everything like that on here. Also, at this point in time, I'm gonna let Critt drop his socials to y'all and fucking plug his music and all that shit. If y'all don't know how to find this man, you fucking should.
Yeah,
Better figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I mean, this is where you like tell them
So
your social media.
C-CRITTVEDA C Critt Veda. And you can look that shit up on any platform and find me, but I'm on Facebook mostly.
I will take a second to go ahead and drop Jordan Truly a shout out. It's Jordan Truly. It's pretty self-explanatory. He's also got music on all platforms. That's my brother for real.
He's the 50% of Truly Veda, and that's just been the Truly Veda thing has just been. I mean, even though Jordan and I have been, performing together for a year now or so, like pretty much every damn show, and polished it up real nice. Now we're locked in as a Truly Veda, so that's also another way to look up. All the music is TRULYVEDA Truly Veda. Look it up and bump.
And I'm gonna take a second and just like for all you guys out there that might just scroll past our posts that you see on Facebook and everything like that, stop doing that shit, bro. Like, stop just scrolling past our shit, bro. Like the shit, share the shit, just share a song or something, man. Like, please.
Yeah,
Like,
if you support, you know what I mean.
It's-
Just
I think some people, I think you guys might not think that it helps as much as it does, or we don't appreciate it the way that it does. Like, we do.
I'm monetized, so every like, comment, and share I get paid for.
I wasn't gonna bring the money into
Puts
it, but
food on the table and goes back into the music. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't gonna bring the money into it, but
It's true monetization.
I'm also monetized. Please share my shit. Share the podcast, share the music, even if you don't like it, bro. Like I said, go ahead, comment or fuck me on there. I'll respond and we can have a little talk about it on there. The more
whole ass
comments, the more money I get.
Yeah, whole ass conversation.
I'm like, we love the fuck. Like the haters are almost more important, dog. If you a hater, heal yourself. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. If you just out here hating people for no fucking reason, or you dislike somebody that you don't even know, I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah, so jump on the Truly Veda page, scroll down to a post, hit comment, and argue with that person on my comments. Go.
Oh
ahead.
yeah, hey bro.
Have at it.
I don't know. I hope it's not Jordan that runs that page because he'll argue with you, dog. He'll argue with you just for the sake of arguing. It don't fucking matter.
Love you, homie.
Yeah, bro. Like, low key, we'll get you on here. If you watch this, I don't even know if he watches this shit. I know he wants to get on it, something decent. Which
He was wanting to come tonight. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, he didn't
got
hit me up.
He got off work late.
Oh, true. I mean, we're gonna have him on here soon. We have to. Obviously, he's been kind of trying to jump on it, but we also can't have him not being at work and shit when he's not supposed to. And then his schedule's kind of tight. He's got kids, everything like that. So it's literally just a matter of like timing it out right and getting him in here and doing that. And then I do like to have like a little bit more personal conversations. When I don't know, it just seems like when it's not like a giant group of people, it seems to be a little bit more focused conversations and everything
Details
like
and
that. And then there is like, even though you guys do make music together, your story's quite a bit different.
Right.
So I felt like it should be like we should do it like this.
No, it's good because then, it breaks it up.
It's just a little bit more personal. I
Right.
think, especially when it's not like a lot of people trying to talk over each other and do stuff like that. I think it just allows people to like. So even though you guys might be a group and we all might be part of something and everything like that, it allows people to get to know you and know your personal story, which I think is important. I also think that it's important that we each independently kind of like get to have that platform like that. It's also a little bit easier to talk about personal things and stuff like that when it's not so many people around. I understand, kind of like you were saying, as far as the having the camera on in front of you. This shit's hard, bro. Like,
Oh god.
interviews are fucking hard. Like, as soon as that camera come on, it's like,
Yeah.
Well, you can't see it, but I've been sweaty as shit.
Well, you know when somebody's staring at you and you can feel it.
no, we're not. We're gonna go ahead and end it. He plugged his music. Once again, thank you for watching. I swear, Brandon's gonna become a better co-host at some point in time.
Hey,
He's not
thanks
just
these
here.
guys.
I'll get there. I'm
Thank
just
these
up
guys
for
for
the
having
music scene, so it's kind of
yeah.
blurred
No,
at
man.
this point.
No, I appreciate these guys big time for calling me in here because we definitely need this in the Black Hills.
And I'm sure we'll end up having you back on once we kind of
for sure.
progress in everything and get everything figured out a little bit more smoothly. As always, I want to say thank you for everybody watching. You guys are amazing. You're showing us more support than we probably deserve. I know it's more support it's more support than I ever thought we would get this early in the podcast and everything like that. I appreciate you for being on, Critt. Brandon. You're ugly as fuck.
No, love you guys.
I'm just so
Ugly
thank you
as
for
fuck.
tuning in on this week's episode of Comfortably Uncomfortable. I actually remember the name of my podcast this week. Like, share, follow, all that stuff. Wanted to say you are not alone.
Comfort kills, everyone. You know the deal.
Call for help.
Under the light, under the light, stand under the light, under the light, yeah, under the lights.